My campaign represents a stark departure from other libertarian campaigns, past or present, and that's for two reasons. Number one, I have a very different strategic vision. I believe we must lead with a policy platform of the very most transformational ideas. I'm running what I call the Gold New Deal, a bold proposal to reimagine the relationship between the government that we will tolerate and us as American citizens. Our government has gone off the rails. And Americans, I believe, are more ready than ever before to listen to a plan for institutional level change. And number two, I'm a different type of candidate. When I talk about reforming the criminal justice system, it's not merely from the perspective of being an activist. I did 11 and a half years in the real world as a pro-reform police officer in my second career. I saw up close and personal the damage that our government's war on drugs does to people and to communities. And I know, too, the fundamental changes that we must make in how we manage police officers and other officers in law enforcement to move our culture in a better direction, more in line with our society's values. When I talk about restricting the size and scope of the government, it's also not merely from the perspective of an activist. I did 2 decades in the real world as a professional economist in my first career, trained in the Austrian school. I worked as a banker. I was a White House economist. I was a free market advocate for many years in Washington. I was a university professor of economics. I was a successful entrepreneur, all before becoming a police officer as a second career. So if you want an activist full of platitudes and aspirations, you can have your pick. But if you want the real deal, I would encourage everyone to check out MikeTremont.com. Thanks.
Wow, right at 2 minutes. You guys are really good at this. Laura's tough act to follow,